Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here with yet another One Piece chapter reaction and review. Oh my goodness, the last chapter. The blank, chapter 925. We see Moria in the New World. We see Perona. We see Mihawk. We see Katarina Devon, Avalo Pizarro, Shiryu of the Rain. We see Blackbeard himself. And also one thing that I forgot to mention that last time was Blackbeard was actually trying to recruit Moria, of all people, into his crew. We find out that Absalom is dead, and Shiryu of the Rain now has his clear devil fruit power. Now, and we also find out that Katarina Devon also has a fruit power that lets her turn into a nine-tailed fox, which allows her to turn into people. And this kind of brings into account, like, what other type of fruits are out there that lets you turn into different people. Of course, we have Mr. 3, not Mr. 3. I was literally about to say Mr. 3, and then I just remembered that Mr. 3 is the candle dude. But Bon Clay, who has the ability to turn into people with his left hand or right hand. I forget which hand is specific for that ability. It's been a while since I looked up Bon Clay, but Bon Clay is out there with a fruit that lets him turn into people, but he's sort of limited by who he touches. But Katarina Devon has a nine-tailed fox type devil fruit, a mythical one no less. We now have more mythical ones. Another one to add on. The ones that we know of is Marco, Sengoku, Kaido, and now Katarina Devon, which makes me wonder what other mythical type Zoan fruits are out there, because as we know, they're even more rare in the world than Logia themselves. So it just brings into account, like, what other type of mythical beasts, like mythical Zoans, are there actually. Like, we know there's ancient, like Jack and DS Drake, with a mammoth and T-Rex respectively. But it just makes me wonder what type of mythical fruits are out there for Zoans that go beyond, like, what we've seen. Like, Marco's, like, super unique. He fits all the types of devil fruit archetypes. The Paramecia, he fits the Logia and the Zoan. Paramecia allows him to heal his body and also heal people with his flames. Logia, it fits into that category because he can literally turn into a blue-flamed phoenix, which allows attacks to pass through him, and a Zoan, obviously, because he can turn into a phoenix. But that's enough about all of that. I could make a separate video on that entirely when it comes to, like, unique mythical types and devil fruit types, but I think Tekken's already doing that. So, onwards to this chapter. Chapter 926, The Prisoner Mine. Cover page request, Chopper and Law studying medicine with a non-literal tortoise and crane. Pen name Onanchuru. So, I like this cover page because we have two doctors who can literally compare notes to one another and offer advice on how to, treat medicine. Because, during the time to those 2 years, Chopper was learning how to better himself as a doctor on that island with primitive, yet at the same time highly advanced tribal people. And Law, I'm pretty sure he's advanced his doctoring skills over those 2 years as well. So there's a lot that these two can learn from one another. So I like this very much. Also, I wonder what advice the crane and the tortoise would actually have to offer them. Onwards to the next page. Brought to you again by Jai Mini's Box. I'm actually liking reading these translations. The talk of the capital is Wano Country, the flower capital. There's been another sighting! That ghost appeared again! I'll haunt you! Here's an update on a disturbance at the Northern Cemetery. In other news, a street murder occurred on the 8th Street in District 2. As you all probably know, the culprit is none other than Kamazo, the manslayer. Even though he is known throughout the country, he has yet to be apprehended. Kamazo, the manslayer? This dude's got a massive scythe. A real big scythe. Chris, if you're watching this, I found someone that you might like. Furthermore, appearing late into the night, the witching hour boy has returned. He steals money from the rich and shares it with the poor. One Piece is Robin Hood, it seems. Who is this boy? Is he an ally of justice or is he evil? Mr. Witching Hour. I'll take a copy. And I see Usopp in the background there. And he's passing through. Oh, I almost forgot. This dude's got a crescent moon shape on his heel, which means that he must be a retainer or a person who's in the support of the Kozuki family. They're all hidden throughout Wano right now. And Usopp walks past him. Here you go, please come again. All right now, come on over and check it out. Today's issue is full of big scoops, really big news. And then the dude that walks past Usopp looks at the card, and it has the symbol that Kinemon was talking about to give to the people who have the crescent-shaped tattoo on their ankles to let them know that, hey, we're banding together. The waning crescent moon. Who gave this to me? Usopp, the penguin dude, and the killer whale. The dudes that work with Law, you know, the ones that have those two hats, they're working with him. And I see Beppo, who obviously has his head covered up. Kind of reminds me of Komamura from Bleach, the way he has his body covered up that way. But they're all passing it out to people who specifically have that ankle shape on them. And there's multiple panels of different people. These dudes look cool. Some of them actually look like people that you would see in the Journey of the West, especially this one guy here in this panel. I can't really show you at this point, but he's in the bottom right panel. He's got like a Monkey King looking face. Has the Kozuki family truly returned? Hey, is this really the work of ghosts? What will come from questioning it? This is the spark we've been waiting for. I'm going. If this had happened a decade ago, I would be going too. But in any case, how will you two get weapons? Only samurai are allowed to carry swords in this country. Kendo and all of the martial art dojos like karate and judo have been outlawed by Orochi already. He's removed the power source of any possible rebellion. I don't care if I have to fight barehanded. This is our last chance. This is what I've been waiting for. I'm trembling with excitement. If you got time, come and have a look. Sit down, relax, and listen closely. This is Usopp speaking. I think this might be the first time I've actually voiced Usopp. I think. No. What the? What the what phone? Phone's making noise all of a sudden. I just put you on silent. Why are you making all this noise? Completely random, I'm sorry. I just heard this boom out of nowhere. No, I don't think we need to bring a geisha. Don't let anyone approach the sitting room. Understood. And who's this speaking? Here is the next armament shipment order. You're quite the evil one. Oh, Crocodile, you got a competitor for your laugh. Or he's imitating the count. One shipment. Two shipments. Huh? You're quite the evil one. Huh? You think so? Oh, this is a lot of stuff. Are they planning to start a war? I'm not familiar with the situation outside this country's borders. Our job is to make what they ask for. And we got Nami and Shinobu up in the roof spying on them right now. You're quite the evil one. He keeps saying this. Huh? It's repeating what they said, but it's giving us from the perspective of Nami. Okay. Watch carefully, oh Nami. My eyesight has gotten worse with age. Don't sweat the small stuff, just keep an eye on it calmly. Of course, but that guy's head is in the way. Huh? And they instantly notice Nami looking at them. Someone's up there! Who is it? And then a halberd just comes crashing through the roof where they're hiding. Novice Kunoichi o Nami! And they're both screaming out of the way as multiple halberds keep piercing into the roof. They're hiding and they're screaming. You're being too loud, Shinobu-chan! Ah! Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Stay quiet! Get them! There are intruders in the attic! What? It was a cat? Shinobu-chan! There's a person and a cat! Shinobu cannot stop screaming. For her to be a ninja, she sure screams a lot. But they managed to get away. Ninja Arts Giant Glider! Wow, the ninja arts are amazing. Where'd they go? We can't find them. Did you see anything, Onami? I saw the name of the port and the day the ship is leaving. That's great. Now we know where and when and where the weapons will be collated. By the way, I forgot to mention this, Onami, but I have a fear of sharp objects. You're totally unfit for battle! But being an attractive older woman is also a weapon in and of itself. No response after that. Onwards to the next one. And they're floating above the square, where there's a massive line in the... They're floating above, like, this long, massive line. Oh? Why is this line so long? Is there a sale going on? Welcome! Welcome! Alright, come and have a taste, ladies. I've got a sweet al dente that will melt in your mouth. These are my specialty soba noodles. Soba noodle stall Sangoro, which is the name that Sanji's taken up in order to disguise himself in Wano. No way! Sangoro Nihachi soba noodles really are specialty soba noodles. I cannot speak, I'm sorry. Look at the lustre of these noodles. The firm bites, delicious! Tien, Nihachi soba is literally 2/8 soba, meaning 2 portions udon flour to 8 portions soba flour. And one thing I forgot to mention was, I kind of corrected this in my video when I was talking about who was captain of different ships. Shiryu was not captain of the second ship. He was captain of... No, Avalo Pizarro was not captain of the second ship. He was captain of the 4th ship. And Shiryu was captain of the 2nd ship. And Katarina Devon was captain of the 6th ship. I made a slip of the tongue because I failed to read that side note in that panel when it was telling it to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made that mistake. So apologies for that for those who were confused. He hasn't been gathering samurai at all! And then there's someone sitting off in the distance. That boy, does he have any idea who this island belongs to? Who might you be? Wano Country Udon, the prisoner mines. Beat the metal! Move the rocks! As well as the weapons factory. If you won't work, at least go die in a corner somewhere so you don't block the way. And they just drop like a little ball in this super old dude's bowl that's barely enough to look like it can feed him. This is all I get for a whole day's worth of work. You get 1 piece of Kibi Dango for moving 5 big rock blocks. Are you having trouble earning enough food as you're getting older, Grandpa Hugh? You're finally about to kick the bucket. And the guy just smacks the old guy. Talking back to a guard comes with the punishment of amputation. You know that, don't you? Grandpa Hugh! Don't go against them and just preserve your strength. Otherwise you'll die. Next! Ooh, 4 exchange coupons. Good work. Here's 4 Kibi Dangos. Yo! We have Luffy and... we got Luffy and Kid carrying massive blocks. Move, move, move! You're in my way. I'll kill you all if you don't move. And they're both screaming, oh! Luffy and Kid are working in a prisoner mine. Are being forced to work in a prisoner mine. When have we seen Luffy at the mercy of someone else when he has to forcibly do work until he's freed? I mean, I don't count Impel Down because he was actually imprisoned and left to die. But here, he's being forced to work. Wait, this ship can't hold any more rocks. Then hurry up and bring another ship, you snails. I'm sorry. How many rocks have they carried so far? We counted up to 500 and then... What about the sea stone cuffs? They're still shackled in them. They're able to do this with their power depleted? Yeah, seriously. They got sea stone handcuffs on, and they were able to... And I wish you guys could see this panel. They were able to move 500 giant blocks that were 3 times their size with little to no effort at all. Could they be getting resistant to sea stone? No, that can't be it. That's just their strength. They're able to do this with their power depleted? What would they be capable of without those shackles? You don't want to know. We moved the rocks. Now hand over the food. And they just drops the food in front of them. What? A giant sake bowl. You know, the kind of dish that Shanks brought over to Whitebeard's ship. They got a giant dish that size full of Kibi Dangos. I've moved one more than you did. You idiot, I'm the one who pulled ahead of you. How many did they move to get so much Kibi Dango? Captain of the Kid Pirates, Eustace Captain Kidd. Don't mess with me, you didn't pull ahead at all, jagged guy, you jerk. Do you know how to count, you dumb monkey jerk? Similar to how he calls Trafalgar Tra Guy, likely referring to how his hair is jagged. Ah. Those two were seriously injured, weren't they? They've been working, eating, and then sleeping, and with that, they healed up in just a few days. A few days has passed already? What's with their bodies? How the heck are we supposed to break their spirits? Say something! Fully chew your food before you swallow. Are you there, mother? And there's more screaming going on. They're having a ridiculously hard time trying to break Luffy and Kid. They managed to heal up just by eating and sleeping it off. And they're literally back to their strength. Though, the thing that gets me is, Kid's doing this with one hand. Because we don't see his mechanical arm anywhere. And he's doing all this with one hand with sea stone cuffs. While Luffy's doing it with 2. We all know how strong Luffy is. But seeing Kid doing all this and matching with Luffy with one hand... He's Shanksing it up in here. Oh, we got someone. Which one of you prisoners cleared out all of the rations we had in the storage? Hippo! Master Dobon. Oh, Deputy Warden Headliner Dobon. Hippo Smile. Or Dabon. Hippo Smile User. This dude... What the? That is the weirdest smile user I've ever seen. Master Dabon is here. His fusion with the hippo is so weird. Grandpa Hugh. He's stepping on the grandpa dude that was asking for more food. He's crushing Grandpa Hugh. Crawl out of there. Crawl out from under there, Gramps. How dare you ignore my The hippo decided to close its mouth on a whim, so now we can't hear Master Dabon anymore. The way the smile user is, Dabon, his whole body is in the front half of the hippo, which makes up the hippo's front legs. But he is also in the mouth of the hippo, so the hippo, his legs make up the front legs, but it's near the chin of the hippo part. And the hippo's entire head and back half make up the back half of the hippo. So the human part of him is inside of the hippo's mouth. And it could close itself at any time. It's just as rebellious as Hold'em's lion smile part of him. But Master Dabon, they earned their food. They worked hard and exchanged their work for food, so we couldn't stop them from getting it. And he's trying to speak from inside the hippo part. He's trying to say something from inside there. I've brought the prisoners that you're looking for. Give me a sec. I need to digest this food. They ate way too much. Luffy, I understand being overbloated with food. But Kid? He's just as large as Luffy. When Luffy was turned into Tank Man. They ate way too much. I've never seen someone have a bloated stomach in here. I'm so jealous. And Luffy is looking at the grandpa.
So it was you two! How dare you! Your gluttony is why I, a man known as a big eater, was only able to get 3 Kibi Dangos. Look at this mouth. Does that seem like enough food to you?
Huh? Those guys are shrinking in size. They are literally burning through their food right there on the spot. That's how you burn some calories. They're not even moving and they're burning through it. Here's a word of warning for you two. If you try and fight back against a guard, your arms will be cut off the first time you do it, and your legs will be cut off if you do it again.
Yo! Don't think I didn't notice this. Caribou's in there!
He's just smiling in the back. He doesn't get introduced or nothing. Caribou's just chill. Caribou's a prisoner in Kaido's prisoner mine. How did he get to Wano? The third time you do it will be your last. You'll be executed on the spot. Keep that in mind. And we still got the dude that's hidden inside the cage. We don't even know.
That's how it works here. You don't have the right to fight back.
Hey, we're just weaklings whose strength has been depleted because of the Sea Stone. All we did was take our work seriously. And Hippo just eats the both of them. Well, he just chomps on the both of Kid and Luffy.
Your crime is eating all of my food. You need to be disciplined.
And it closes up Daban in there as well.
Ah, they got eaten!
What a shame. Inside that mouth is Master Daban's murder chamber. And they wait in silence as they see the hippo part of him fall over unconscious. It's bleeding out of its nose. Did they kill it? Yo! Both Kid and Luffy just walk out completely unscathed, but Daban is down. Deputy Warden Daban! You've done it now. You're gonna be executed. Where's your proof? Huh? And he's looking. Way to go! You two are the prisoner's star of hope. The worst won't tolerate this. Yo! Did they really think that they was just gonna up and body Luffy and Kid without any repercussions? Chapter 926 in. They just, even when they're not at full strength, they still bodying everybody. They're still bodying everyone. So, that's the end of the chapter right there. Not as big as the last chapter, mind you, but a good chapter nonetheless. We see Usopp, we see Sanji, we see Shinobu, and we see Nami all gathering information. We also see that, well, we see that a person called, hold on, let me go back. I want to get his name right. The guy that is going around stealing from people. Where's his name? What is his name? What is his name? So we got the witching hour boy who's out there somewhere. And we also got Kamazo, the manslayer, who's out there killing people. So Kamazo the manslayer, I'm pretty sure he's going to come into relevance soon because only people who have names are relevant in the story. So we got Kamazo the manslayer. Then we got the witching hour boy who steals from the rich and gives to the poor. Literally One Piece's Robin Hood, as I said before. Then we got Usopp passing out. Usopp and a couple of Laws dudes, including Beppo and the penguin hat guy and the killer whale hat guy, are both passing out cards to specific members who have the crescent moon shape tattoo on their legs to let them know that, hey, we're getting the band back together. You want to come? Oh, you know, it was like, hey, man, we're having a little rebellion over there on Onigashima. You want to come? So they have that going on, and apparently any form of self-defense has been outlawed completely by Orochi, and only the samurai he deems worthy or allows can have weapons. So karate and judo, any type of martial art, is completely banned in Wano, except for those who are under Orochi's employ. So we got that going on. Then we have Nami collecting information from some dude that looks like he could be Treble's long distance Wano cousin because of the coat that he has over his shoulders and how the pattern on it reminds me of Treble's pattern. But, you know, Nami's still new at the whole kunoichi thing, so she gets caught. And Shinobu is apparently very fearful of sharp objects, so she immediately loses her cool in the face of it, which is why Nami is able to get herself quiet. But Shinobu is just screaming up a storm in the place they're hiding to gather information, and she cannot stop screaming because they almost get skewered by the people that they're spying on. Of course, they manage to get away. Then we see Sanji, who's doing his best, who's pretty much just cooking at this point. He's got a long line of ladies lined up outside his little food stand, making soba noodles, and he's supposed to be gathering people, gathering samurai, but he's too busy, you know, serving up the ladies that he's just gotten completely sidetracked. Then we cut to the prisoner mines, where we see this one old guy named Grandpa Hio, who gets, you know, beaten down a bit because he wants to have some more food. Please, sir, I want some more. Because of all the work that he's done. And he gets chastised for it. Then we see another headliner come in. We see Luffy and we see Kid using their strength, even though they're wearing sea stone cuffs. But because they're devil fruit users, that specifically makes them weaker. They are still outpacing everyone just by sheer strength alone. Even when they're weak, they're still stronger than everyone in the mine. At least until we see what the guy that's hidden inside that one cell is. We see Caribou, who's just there. He doesn't get no lines. We only see him in one panel. He's just there. I still don't know how Caribou made it all the way from Fishman Island down to Wano and then got stuck being a prisoner for Kaido. I still don't understand that. But Luffy and Kid are outpacing everybody. They pretty much just clear out the entire food stock with just them moving 500 giant blocks by themselves, and they pretty much clear out the storehouse. This, of course, upsets the headliner, who we get introduced to, who is a Hippo Smile user by the name of Daban, who is pretty much upset over the fact that Luffy and Kid are eating up all his food. So he tries to chastise them, and he's also, you know, kind of crushing the old man Hio under his foot, and he tries to eat both Luffy and Kid, but in the resulting, you know, what one of the subordinates of Kaido calls the Master Daban's murder chamber, they pretty much just beat him down from the inside. And they get Grandpa Hio back, and they're completely unscathed. Completely. The hippo part of him is down, and Daban is down, and Daban is down as well. And one of them's all like, "You done it now, you're gonna be executed," and Kid's all like, "Where's your proof?" Huh? And then we got other people, the other prisoners are cheering on both Kid and Luffy, calling them the prisoner's star of hope. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. It doesn't say that we're going on break, but I cannot wait to see what this next chapter is going to bring. I thought this was a pretty good chapter. Not as monumentally big as the last one, but a good one nonetheless. Let me know what you thought of this chapter as a whole, and if I missed anything or if I said something incorrectly, you guys, I know you guys will, you know, help me out and correct me if I'm wrong on something. I thank you for your support. Hope y'all enjoyed. I can't wait to see you all in the next video, so have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples!